I finally reached the point where I'm successful. But like all along the pathway, I never really considered myself a person of success. I just kind of really watched people, and I noticed there's subtle differences between me and other people that I noticed, and I didn't notice it until when I was in the Navy. There was one point we were learning how to race motorcycles. I had buddies, and we'd go on the track day on the weekend, and we'd race motorcycles, and I was like, I thought I was, shit hot, and I could get on the bike and do wheelies and all that kind of stuff. But I go there, and there's guys that are, 40s, 50s. There was 250 pounds, big old guy, barely fit in his race leathers. And everybody's like, hey, man, you need to learn from him, I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, man, what am I going to learn? How to make a cheeseburger? You know what I mean? And that's what I thought. I was really cocky. And then I get out there, and the guy was laughing at me. He was just pulling away. And he was on a 600cc bike, and I was on a 1000cc bike. And I started thinking to myself, how is he going faster than me? And I started thinking to myself, well, maybe if I ask him, maybe I'll learn something. And he was very receptive. He sat there and told me, and we put the tracker on, and I shaved 15 seconds off my lap time in the first track day event. I was knee dragging the first track day event, which was like unheard of. But if I was never receptive to listen to that advice, I never would. So I always realized, like, more and more on, I'd actually pay attention. I'd look at people and say, are they paying attention to what someone's teaching them, or are they listening, even at the simple things, and keeping perspective is very important. So as I started going along back when I started working in the Navy, I noticed as soon as I made that change, that little bitty change, even if they're younger or older, and it's usually harder, I notice, when someone's younger than you to be receptive to them, because you're older, you feel more experienced and like established, and it's usually those few people that you see that, for me, I just latch onto. It's like knowledge is the most valuable thing, but it's such available that people don't realize it. Like you go to the library and you could pick up textbooks, and you don't even have to pay for an education. You can go to a public library and get a degree in physics, literally. You can go just study these books, and if you're dedicated and you listen to people, you can literally go to professors and get free knowledge. Where else are you going to get that? And I think a lot of people just don't utilize resources properly. That's really what it comes down to, is utilizing your resources. A lot of people look in here and they're like, oh, well, this is not some fancy MMA math, brand new stuff, but you have all the essentials here to be successful. And it's a matter of your personal desire, and the people you surround yourself with is how you measure your success.